And good evening, lovelies of internet land, and I hope you had a very lovely Christmas. It's great to be with you here, raving with Rua on my YouTube channel, Songs from the Rua Room, episode number 6. Special guest tonight, Mr. David Dee Moore, all the way over there in Westport. We'll talk to David in one moment. I want to let you know, as always, if you're watching on Facebook, please click that like button, like the old page for us there, and of course hit that subscribe button there, please, if you're watching on the YouTube. It helps a lot to keep the old program alive. If you're feeling generous, of course, the PayPal virtual tip jar is always open there as well, and links to that are always below. So how are you all doing? It's very nice to see you. David Dee Moore is the guest tonight. David Dee Moore is a veteran of the music scene, guitarist, songwriter, bassist. 40 years of plowing the road he has behind him. Amazing. He has a wonderful radio show called The Acoustic Yard. He has a songwriter festival over in Westport there of the same name, the Acoustic Yard Songwriter Festival. Great stuff, and many, many other projects as well. So, without further ado, let's see if the man himself is here with us. Please welcome to the show, David Dee Moore. Hello, sir.
Hello. How are you doing?
How are you doing? We're on. We're live. How are you? Thank you for joining us here, and I hope you had a lovely Christmas.
Oh yeah, it was lovely. Very
You didn't annoy Leslie too much, did you?
No, we had a very simple Christmas, a lovely dinner, and
good,
beautiful wine.
I think she's watching there. I saw a comment there earlier. She said she can't wait.
Yeah.
So I assume she means for the broadcast. But maybe she's waiting for wine or something. I don't know. But
she just can't wait and actually seeing your beautiful face.
That must be
That's
it.
what it is, yeah.
Hi, Leslie. It's my beautiful face, Leslie. Hello. Well, how are you keeping?
Yeah, great. Yeah.
You're doing good. You're a busy man. Sure, you've always been a busy man.
I'm always busy. I mean, even the Christmas period, I've been playing so many gigs as well, you know. So
yes. Mainly Matt Malloy's, or you did a few, lots of other stuff too, eh?
Mostly Mayo, but I did a gig over the Hats as well in Belfast, and there's so many little nooks and crannies here in Mayo that need to be filled with a voice like myself, you know. So I have to go out over the festive season and play some gigs. I was in a place called Mam Cross last night, which was is the home of John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara's wonderful movie, The Quiet Man.
Absolutely.
So we were playing there in Peacock's Hotel, which is lovely.
Is that where the actual movie was shot then, in that bar itself, or the hotel, or no, just in the area?
All close by, you know.
All over.
Some like Kong also take it as well. A little town called Kong, was about 20 minutes away.
Yes.
They think that everything was filmed there, you know, and so there's a bit of a competition going on. You know? Is
there between the two little towns? Oh yeah, well that happens. That happens in our little country over there. It sure does. But before I have some of your YouTubes lined up here, some lovely music that you've written, but before then, maybe just let's talk a little bit about your past history. You're a 40-year veteran of the road, David, and Belfast is originally your home. Is that right?
Yeah, I started off in it was actually in 1979. I played it in a first gig with a punk band.
Really?
During the height of the Troubles, you know. So.
Oh yeah. So yes, that must have been a heavy time.
Yeah, it was. You know, I mean, one of the stories was in the same venue. I won't mention the venue and everything else, but it was just
sure.
We would have to go up and play 15 minutes slot between. There'll be a pop band playing, and there will be doing the usual the top 20 hits of the time, and then in the middle of that, this mad punk band would get up and just rack people's eardrums, really, more than anything. And then you would have things like local paramilitaries or whatever would come up on the stage and start talking about where people should go on that weekend, you know, for a march or a rally or whatever, you know. And in the odd time you get the odd kneecapping. So that was my
beautiful
sort of a introduction to playing music. So,
and was there still a strong scene in 79, 1980? Was there still like a strong music scene with everything going on up there then at that time?
Oh, huge! I mean, that was the thing that
excelled it. Maybe
wonderful thing was the music.
Yeah,
because I guess the more adversity there is in life, the better. It's basically like yourself. If you were writing a song and you were happy, you probably couldn't write a good song. But if you were unhappy,
yeah,
you would actually write the best song ever. So it's the same with the music business and what was happening.
Yeah,
People they weren't exactly the most happiest people, but we sort of got through it okay.
Of course, survivors and
the music was a thing that kept it all together, and it was amazing. Some of the I learned my trade playing with all these bands, and learned a lot of these people end up playing with Van Morrison and stuff like that, or the Waterboys and stuff. Wonderful musicians.
There's a huge wealth of musicians up in that part of the world. Of course, it's always has been and always will be, I think. And when so you actually had hair at one stage like myself, and you had a punk. Did you have a punk rocker thing going on?
Yeah.
I heard about a video, some sort of video with you in blue hair, no?
The video of my hair is quite normal, but
okay.
It was just after that video, and after I was on a BBC show, and basically one of the first gigs I ever did, we were on TV, which is frightening, So I thought I was a huge star then when I was 17 years of age. So what happened then is I said to dye my hair blue to make sure people actually know who I was and what I was about, So
yes, of course.
Which was a fright to all my family.
Lovely. And so you're in Westport now, and you're there for how many years?
20 years now in Westport.
20 years.
Yeah, I came here for a weekend actually. 20 years ago, and I'm still here.
Hard to get out.
I'm sure my family miss me.
You just don't know. I'm sure they do. Yeah. Well, it's a long enough spin, isn't it, from there to Belfast?
It is.
A few hours on the road. Yeah.
To be honest, I've always wanted to live in the west coast of Ireland because
west is best.
Well, especially in Belfast during the Troubles, everybody used to go to Donegal. That was their home. Everybody went to Donegal for the holidays, and it was just like a different world, It was wonderful. And I thought one day I'm going to live in the west of Ireland. So here I am in County Mayo.
Fair play to you. And you have a beautiful house there, and I was lucky enough to stay with you once or twice there in that lovely house. Stefan, it was indeed.
Thank you very much.
I did not. Who, me? Moving swiftly along, talk to me about your two compadres. You're in another project as well with a Jerry Crean and
Derek McGowan.
Derek McGowan, thank you. And it's called Hats. I have your website there somewhere.
We're just three friends, and we all write songs together. So what happened was I play regularly in Matt Malloy's bar here in Westport, the iconic Matt Malloy's.
Indeed.
Matt Malloy's from the Chieftains fame.
What a spot.
And I've been playing there since I arrived in Westport. So I have a regular gig on. So anytime they're in town, they would come and join me on stage. So
I put the website down there, lads. Check out hatssongs.com. Yeah, and I know you said you maybe have an EP coming out or something soon as well.
Well, as I said, we basically played a few gigs together, and it sounded nice. So we started to write some songs together and did a few gigs and stuff like that there, which were fine.
Beautiful, yeah. It's a lovely combo.
We've had some songs recorded for a long time, so they've been sitting there, and we finally managed to put them into a CD cover, and we sold them at a recent gig in Belfast there. And there's only a few of them made, so we're going to offer them online and stuff like that there in January.
Great. Did you just play the Belfast Nashville Songwriter Fest? Is that right?
Actually. We did it twice with Hats. They were both pretty much sold out, which was great.
Yeah, it's a beautiful festival. Yeah.
It's because two of us are from Belfast, you see.
And you see, favoritism, I know. Leslie is
It'll be like you playing on Shannon Bridge.
It would be, yeah.
You know.
Well, that's every time. Leslie remembers your blue hair, apparently. She says, see the comment there from somebody. Yeah, he had blue hair. Okay, well, there you go. I believe you, Leslie. And have Hats anything coming up in the near future? Or
well, Derek is going to be a grandfather very shortly, so he's up in Belfast at the moment, and Jerry has a few things he's to sort out at home and everything else. So, plus I'm going to be recording and finishing off my own album for the 40 years. So we could probably
there's lots going on.
Maybe get together sometime in the spring. Hopefully again, you know. So it's just depends. We don't make plans too much. We just sort of meet up and
kind of play it by ear, see how she goes. Yeah, which can be a nice way to do it too, because then it's much more spontaneous, right? So
no, it is.
Yeah.
And, plus, we're three people set in our ways, you know. So
yeah, indeed.
And
there's that as well.
It's hard to get the three of us together. You know?
Of course, absolutely. I want to play a little song from you, and the first one I've lined up here is a song called Lennon's Island, which I think is a relatively new song, or at least released newly. Is that right?
Yeah, well, actually a year ago, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the background of that.
50 years ago, 51 years ago now, John Lennon bought an island here of County Mayo in Clew Bay, and the island's called Durnish, and it's a very simple little island, but there was a little shack built there as well for him and Yoko to go and stay, and they stayed there a couple of nights, and he loved the place, but I don't think Yoko was too keen and sleeping outside, and so that lasted then probably a few years. He had the island, and then he gave it to some hippies to have fun, which was great in a way, because what it did is actually they brought in a lot of music into Westport, because a lot of people came to Westport because of John Lennon and stuff, especially
of course.
Musicians. So quite a little vibe going on there. So to celebrate it, I wrote this song called Lennon's Island.
Lennon's Island. Okay, well, all going to plan. I should be able. Let's see if this works, and if we have audio, it should. Let's hear Lennon's Island, folks.
Your path is as solid as Connemara stone. Your words can paint with lines straight from the bone. You won't cross words with tongues that speak so mean. You just keep on shining, polished and clean. It's a beautiful thing, you're carrying everything in a world of color and dreams. There's a wing and a prayer and a place we can share in this world of color and dreams. There's a kiss in the moonlight for everyone. There's a touch of a hand under the setting sun. There's hope all around when nothing is done. There's a smile in the crowd for the lonely one. It's a beautiful thing, you're carrying everything in a
dreams. There's a wing and a prayer, and a place we can share in this world of color and dreams. There's a magical island sitting out in the bay. A place to imagine the music that he played. It's a gift of peace, a gift in war, he said. There's a song in the bird and in the world today. It's a beautiful thing, you're carrying everything in a world of color and dreams. There's a wing and a prayer, and a place we can share in this world of color and dreams. It's a beautiful thing, you're carrying everything in a world of color and dreams. There's a wing and a prayer, and a place we can share in this world of color and dreams.
Wowzers. How nice. Very nice song, sir. How long have you muted?
Video.
Yes, there you go. Very nice song, sir.
The video was fun to do. Myself and Leslie hired out a boat, you know, from a
Yeah.
local guy, and the weather. It was actually November, I think, whenever we went out, but it was so calm. I mean, it was almost like glass, the water, and the beautiful wildlife. You know, we just filmed everything we could with our little camcorders and stuff, and
It's beautiful. And she's mentioning it there.
and the guy on the boat was brilliant. He just took his way up there and pointed out the shack, or John Lennon's shack where he stayed. You know, it was great.
Beautiful. I did I detect a little piano riff of a certain
Yeah.
song in the production too. That's a very nice touch.
Yeah,
Real
well,
nice touch. Yeah.
I actually remember doing that, and like I went one night to Leslie and says, "Yes, that's it."
That's it. Yeah.
That
It's a
is
great,
the song.
lovely
That-
touch. It
that
is.
moment of writing the song when you realize you've put something in, it works. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, indeed. Finton Hanley also, by the way, says Happy Christmas, guys. Hello, Finton Hanley.
Hi, he's from
He's
Vickers
there.
Vimy, from the band.
Like,
Vickers
oh, is he? Okay, great band as well. Happy Christmas to you too. Thank you for joining us, Finton Hanley. I was going to ask you. I detected a little ukulele there in the video too.
Yeah.
You are involved in Westalele.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what that is. And
Well, basically, I was I got a ukulele for to record with and stuff as well, you know. So I ended up playing that on the album, and I thought to myself, I like to teach again. I was teaching guitar for a long time and teach a lot of music here in town, so which was great. But I wanted to teach something else. I thought ukulele sounds a bit of fun. And I'm really enjoying the instrument now, and I'm really enjoying the crack with it. And got a nice little group together. And it's mostly women. In fact, it's all women. at the
oh, is
moment.
it?
It's all women. They love it, you know, and they enjoy the performance and the camaraderie and the chatting and everything
Of
else.
course,
It's great.
wonderful hobby, and it's a great
so-
versatile
so-
instrument, and it's easy, and yeah.
It's called Westalady, and
Westalady.ie, folks, if you want to check that out there on the.
and I put up songs and stuff, and all people can try out and things. You know, it's a nice little project. You know.
Absolutely, and from ukuleles to bass guitars, you were known in many circles as a bassist for a long time, David.
Yeah, I played.
All over the world, really.
I work with Neil Parsons in the Loose Connections.
Yes.
And even though I wrote the songs and played a little bit of guitar, I mostly played bass in that, and we used to get wonderful guitar players like Gavin Wilson, who passed away. There was
Pearl Gav. Yes.
He played in the band for a while, and Colin Reid, a wonderful exponent of guitar from Belfast. Paul McSherry, part of the McSherry family. John McSherry, you might have heard.
John McSherry, indeed.
So I've always had wonderful guitar players playing along with them.
Playing along.
So that means I would be the bass player, and so I would do all the arrangements, the productions, and all. But it's so
okay.
Very much be, and then I got asked to play for other people. Play with Liam Clancy, Jerry Fish, Juliet Turner.
Yeah.
I've played so many albums actually. Forget,
yeah, quite a lot. You had it.
Great. And as you can see behind me,
I was just going to ask you. It was my next question. You've got some fine bass guitars there. Are they all basses?
No, not all basses. That's the Fender Precision. That was my one I've toured with. It's got fixed up again recently, and it's a wonderful bass. And this one here beside me is the one that was on the Late Late Show with Liam Clancy.
Oh, look at that. Let me take your website off here.
You can hear that.
That's been around the block, has it?
Yeah, it's a good story, but you can see it's broken.
I see there's a bit of damage on it there.
A bit of damage there, you know. Which was what happened was.
What's the story, Rory?
Oh, the good story about it. Yeah. I used to bring this along to the sessions because it's a little wooden bench where you sit in Matt Malloy's in the trad sessions.
Yeah.
So I would use the reverberation of the wood on wood, and I got a nice sound. So I'd be playing almost like a double bass in sessions. So I was playing once, and I sat down, and then a lady came down and sat in front of me and watching me playing. And I looked at her, I recognized her, and it was Bonnie Raitt. You know.
No, I can't. No way.
And he turned around and went, lovely bass playing. And I was,
you know what? Okay. Thanks for
somebody's on your band. But then I brought the bass guitar over towards the bar, and I put it down, and some drunk went by and kicked it.
No.
So,
put his foot through it. So,
and it hasn't been played since.
Oh.
But it's also been the bass I use, as I said, with Liam Clancy on the Late Late Show. So there's a video of that somewhere, a song called The Bergen by Liam Clancy. And you can see
let's check
this
that.
very instrument being played on the Late Late Show.
What a story. Wonderful.
And
love it.
So yeah, I still play bass. I play bass with hats mostly now, you know. So
yeah, and you have an electric stick bass behind you, that right? Stand up, yeah.
You can probably see it in the corner of the.
Indeed.
Which is another beautiful instrument.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I enjoy playing bass, but I also enjoy performing playing guitar, which is.
You sure do, and that's certainly one of your fortes. Absolutely. When I met you for the first time, I think formally and properly, of course, was at your Acoustic Yard Songwriter Festival. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, David runs a wonderful songwriter festival and radio show of the same name. That would be under that website there. The acousticyard.com incorporates singer-songwriter festival, which I think is in its 4th or 5th year now, is it, David? Or?
Well, if we have the festival in May, it'll be the 5th year. Yeah.
If it goes ahead in May, okay.
Yeah, we're still under discussions, you know, because a lot of work goes into these things, you know. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But it started off. It's been going for over, actually, almost 6 years now. I think I just released. I just released the Sun, the Moon, and the Stars album myself, and I'd taken a bit of time out. I hadn't released anything for quite a while, so I decided to try and get the music out there. But there's no forums like there is now. There was nowhere you can play original music. It was a very weird time. So I decided rather than complain about it, I'd organise my own.
Cool, man.
Event. It was called the Acoustic Yard. It was a monthly thing. So what I would do then, because it gives me a chance to perform my own stuff, I would open up the show, sing a couple of songs, and then we'd have a few guests then, you know. usually three different guests every month, and it really took off because so many people have copied it since. I mean, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of events like this
for sure
in Ireland, you know. But after that, then I decided to do a little podcast, a radio podcast. So I basically found some of the artists who had been playing on the Acoustic Yard events and put them on the radio on a little podcast.
But you did. It's gone from strength to strength. It's huge listenership, and you have a featured artist every time, and I think it streams, isn't it, on this website on Blues?
Yeah,
Blues and Roots Radio.
Blues and Roots Radio. Stevie Connor from Blues and Roots Radio contacted me and says, "Can we use that as a radio show?" And I went,
"So we kind of license your thing and put it onto this?" Says, you mean?
Okay, yeah, sure, and. Which has sort of committed me to it, which was great, you know.
Yeah, and how often does it happen?
So every week, 6:30 p.m. on www.bluesandrootsradio.com.
That's Irish time, of course.
Repeated every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
And I know I've sent you a few songwriters, but songwriters can email you and ask for maybe have a song considered to be played on.
Yeah, they send to music@theacousticyard.com or radio show at theacousticyard.com, whatever one gets to me. And I listen to everything.
Hey, you do.
Really do listen to everything.
But there's a link from theacousticyard.com, I assume, is there, to email you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
You can just go into that and it'll go straight in. If you send me a message through the website, it'll come to me. And I promise to listen to everything. Can't promise I'll play you.
Of course, you can't. You must get inundated with stuff.
Yeah, I have a huge passion. I have a huge passion for songwriting and songwriters.
You sure do. Absolutely. And me and many others that you've played and supported, we thank you. I want to thank you publicly here, and I know I speak for lots of other singer-songwriters. You've done so much for the scene over there, and that in mind, let's talk about your song Starfish. I'm going to give that a play.
Yeah, well, I was saying earlier on about playing with Liam Clancy on the Late Late Show, but I got invited to play bass for him, and so I had to go down and stay with him for a few nights in his wonderful house down in Dungarvan, and wonderful house. He told me he actually bought the house with the royalties from it was a Green Fields of France or Waltzing Matilda, one of those two songs. Maybe Waltzing
really Matilda. Bought the house
from the royalties.
God, those days are kind of behind us now. Yeah, amazing.
Those days are behind. But what I did was after we had finished rehearsing, I remember we'd probably go to a pub. There's a local pub down there. We would go and have a few songs and a few tunes and enjoy the crack. Then afterwards, he brought me into the studio and he opened up his autobiography, which he was writing at the time. And he was sitting, telling me stories from it, you know, his times when he was in New York and all the little antics he was up to. Stories about his mother. And when he talked about his mother, he was in tears. It was really wonderful stories. And we had a glass of whiskey together, and I enjoyed his company. I thought the guy was like a Shakespearean actor. He really is unbelievable. So after when he passed away, first thing I had in my mind was I needed to write a song about that time. So I wrote a song called Starfish, and
dedicated to the man.
Wonderful man indeed, and well missed in the music scene, definitely.
Absolutely, sir. Here is Starfish.
This is one I did at home. Right here, actually. Right here.
Fallen kings, the rise of a new spring, the rise of a new morn. Another challenger to the throne, with sword in hand, will reap their rewards. The songs they sing in memory of the legends of ancient melodies, bringing tears and laughter unified to cross the Atlantic Sea. There's a man with soul, voice of granite, as deep as a bull fiddle tune. As it explodes in the bottom, the deepest valley rises to the moon. But he cries to the stories of a mother he loved while sipping whiskey till dawn. And he laughs about his young days. There's a twinkle in his eyes that will forever linger on. He's a jewel in the rock pool, he's a pearl in the ocean, he's the sound of a million refugees. He's the keeper of the castle, he's the rhythm and the motion, he's the song we'd all love to be. Starfish, starfish, singing your songs while riding the backs of the white horses of the sea. Starfish, starfish, you're the captain of the vessel, steering your words through the rocks of harmony. Songs of Bergen, songs of Amsterdam, songs of the beautiful ring. Songs of war, songs of peace, songs the world loves to sing. Songs of Bogle, songs of lore, songs that only angels bring. Songs of hope, songs of love, songs of wonderful things. He's a jewel in the rock pool, he's a pearl in the ocean, he's the sound of a million refugees. He's the keeper of the castle, he's the rhythm and the motion, he's the song we'd all love to be. Starfish, starfish, singing your songs while riding the backs of the white horses of the sea. Starfish, starfish, you're the captain of the vessel, steering your words through the rocks of harmony.
David Dee Moore song, Starfish. Beautiful stuff.
Thank you.
And a fitting tribute to a great man.
Yeah, he was amazing character, and hopefully I get to work with some other great singer-songwriters like yourself maybe one day, you know, and I can have the same memories.
Well, thanks very much. I noticed I put up your little logo there during that, but you changed it a little bit. I just flash it here in the middle. You have the acoustic yard. Yeah, you said you were going to do a little bit of designing. Is that what you were saying to me earlier on?
I'm going to start up a whole new. It's all part of my creative thing. I'm actually an artist as well, so I like to do stuff like that. But I thought I'd maybe up the ante a little bit, and then because I do all the artwork for the acoustic yard over the last 5 years. It would be
it's really nice.
Posters, designs, and anything, whatever, you know. But I thought maybe I could not make a living at it. It's just more of a case of trying to show what I can do, you know. I mean,
you need, and maybe you'll get other musicians coming to you. You know, like being a musician yourself, you kind of know what works and what doesn't, maybe, and
exactly.
maybe other musicians or songwriters will come and say, you know, I need a logo or I need something, an album cover, maybe.
That's true, but the only thing is musicians don't have any money. So
Well, musicians who have sponsors, or maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I can do good designs. I designed the hats, latest artwork, everything on it. So it was just sent to the printer, just printed it then, you know. So
Okay.
I mean, it's not just a case of me doing a drawing and sending it off. I do everything from the text, lettering,
Yeah, letters, the whole thing.
that needs to be done, all that sort of stuff. It's a lot of
Well,
it's a lot of work. But
it's a lot of work, and indeed, you're a talented man, without a doubt. Yeah, absolutely. And what else? Anything else planned now for 2020? Hopefully, the festival you were saying. Hopefully, the acoustic
Well,
yard.
hopefully, if I don't do the festival, I'll at least do an event or two that's worthwhile for songwriters, you know, because I do enjoy it. You know, it's financially it's very challenging, but
Yeah, of course, the business.
I do get the enjoyment of it, and I have a use of a lot of venues here in like Malloy's and the Clock Tavern, where we've also been working with.
Absolutely.
So I'll see. I'm going to make a decision very soon. But I'm going to make a decision on this program.
No, do not.
It'll probably be on my news.
But if it does happen, it's normally around May. Is that correct? Or?
It's usually the weekend after the bank holiday.
Okay.
I'll be
that's the Irish bank holiday. I don't know if it,
And I'll be playing in Germany the weekend before that. So.
Oh well, yeah. No, I might have to come and annoy you.
Come down and say hi.
Yeah.
So,
only if you bring your lovely Leslie with you.
Yeah. We might go to she'll be with me, but we're going to go to Hamburg. I've never been to Hamburg. I played a lot in Germany, but I've never been to Hamburg. So being a fan of the Beatles, as John Lennon, McCartney and stuff, I have to go to Hamburg.
Yeah, you have to go to Hamburg.
So, and I'm trying to organise a gig. If anybody out there would like to book the wonderful David Dee Moore for a gig in Hamburg, please let me know.
German area, maybe north, maybe the Netherlands, Belgium. Who knows? Maybe too far to come down. But anywhere around the Hamburg area. And what month is that? That'll be May as well, obviously.
Yeah, it'll be the weekend before the I think it's called the long holiday or something, or the long weekend. It's got a name in Germany. It's their big weekend. You know?
It's their big weekend in Germany.
Yeah. So it'll be the weekend before that. I'll be in Hamburg. So yeah,
grand. And a couple of CDs, GPs coming out, singles.
Well, I'll have my album out before then. That's my plan.
Okay. That's the 40th anniversary commemoration.
And I've been writing
tribute now.
Writing some new songs, but I'm also re-recording some of the old songs that I sang with Niamh Parsons, or that I demoed maybe 10 years ago or so or more. And so what I'm trying to do is pick a nice collection. I've already released 2 songs there before Christmas, Peaches and Green and Strawberry Freckles. They came out, and that was just me letting the world know that it's happening. And then I'm going to release something else maybe by the end of January.
Beautiful.
One of the, I think it's probably Don't Give Your Heart Away, which is a song originally recorded by Niamh and Niamh Parsons and Brian Kennedy. So I'll do a new version of that, so I probably will release that. Yeah. And then I'm also going to release a song with Vickers Vimy, Fintan Hanley. He's part of Vickers Vimy. I wrote a song with Vickers Vimy, and it's called Leave Your Light On, and that sounds good. But we're going to re-record that in January, hopefully, and get that out there.
Great.
So that's happening. Recording. In the meantime, I'll have a design business.
You will.
And keep on doing my Acoustic Yard radio show and planning some events for that. Yeah. Yeah.
The next one. Do you know off the top of your head when the next Acoustic Yard show, radio show, will be out?
Be out.
It's hard to know what date it is, of course, with the Christmas time.
On Friday. Is it the 20? No, it'll be in January actually.
Oh yeah, well, I can check it here quickly too. So the last one was last night, sure. Yeah. So probably the 3rd of January, first Friday of January, will it?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Friday 3.
It's the last show was the best of show for 2019, and that's repeated on Wednesday. And then on Friday, then it's the what I call the best of the rest. I got so many good songs.
You
I
do.
Can't believe the amount of songs that have been sent in.
It's amazing. Just from Ireland alone, yeah. But check it out there, folks. Theacousticyard.com.
It's unbelievable.
And it must be crazy. Have so much coming through.
But I've had to have a best of the rest show, which is next week. So because of that, it's just, already. I mean, actually today I was sorting out what songs to put on it, and I've got 3 times as many songs that I need for the show. So I'll have to leave somebody out.
You will. That's a kind of a luxury problem, though. That's good that you have more than you need. I mean, Leslie's looking forward to Germany anyway. That's for sure. She is. She's great. Absolutely. What was I going to ask you? I'm going to put your website back up there anyway. DavidDeeMoore.com for everything. I suppose links to the radio show and everything that you're doing comes from there too, David.
It's all in there.
I suppose it's all in there.
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to spend in January, and I think most people do, is they sit at their websites and go, all right, this needs to be sorted out.
Here we go.
So I have 4. I have 4 websites to sort out. So, and I'm revamping the acoustic yard into more. We're going to have more actually reviews and videos, and there's lots of people have invited their services to write some stuff for it as well. It's going to have a lot more content, which is I'm going to make it a more exciting website to look at, so
and a more interactive maybe, and doing a bit like this, maybe what we're doing here, and
I'll be doing every week. Every week I'll have a day like I do with my radio show, so that I'll have a day sorting out all the new releases and putting up stuff on it, so it keeps me busy. I'll tell you.
It sure will. If you have 4 websites to maintain, it's gonna it'll keep you busy indeed. Well, let's round off and talk about the song Candy Shop, and I'll give that a spin.
Yeah, okay. I wrote that 10 years ago, actually. I wrote that 10 years ago. It's going to be, I'm actually re-recording a new version of it. So the version you're hearing now was, which is lovely, but it was written, as I said, in 2009 and recorded for a demo album. It's all about, I needed to write a song about Belfast, really. I think it's because I growing up in Belfast. I needed a song that sparked some memories, and also as people can actually relate to it. I played it in Belfast, and people actually relate to it quite a lot. So it's all about whenever the British soldiers arrived in Belfast for the first time. It was in 1968, and they were walking the streets with their guns, and the kids were over just talking to them, and they were handing over the guns to the kids to have a look at, and there was no fear. There was all this, and we thought it was mad. But
second nature,
Before they arrived, I was playing football on the street and going to my local, what we would call a sweet shop, but it's very hard to sing sweet shop. Sweet shop. It becomes a little bit difficult. So I decided to change it to candy as well.
Candy shop.
Which also relates to the Americans enjoyed the word candy a lot more. And the song was actually released as a demo in the States when I was over there touring. So it worked out okay. But this little shop at the end of the street was burned down during the Troubles, and there were sweets everywhere, and sort of destroyed my childhood, especially that with British soldiers and barricades and stuff happening. So this is the story of that, So
wonderful.
It's a sad story, but it's good.
I like the song a lot. Well. Yeah, no, I like the song a lot. Let's hear Candy Shop by David Dee Moore.
The west end of town, there's a candy shop waiting for me. Dozens of jars of sweet treasure are lined up to see. There's a cobblestone street with barricades built 10 foot high, and a young press soldier, he smiles as the children pass by. He's no understanding of why he's here, not realizing his smile will soon turn to fear. And the candy shop burns and becomes a part of the war. And those hundreds and thousands they sprinkle outside my front door. The candy shop chocolate, it melts in the sun. The candy shop falls to the sound of the drum. And a little boy cries when he hears the sound of a gun. And a little boy cries when he hears the sound of a gun. There's an old photograph of friends that I once knew. I remember the games and the simplest things we would do. Playing curb and rodeo, spinning bottles with Salio. And a young press soldier hands over his gun for the road. He's taken my childhood that fateful day, not realizing the price that I had to pay. And the candy shop burns and becomes a part of the war. And those hundreds and thousands lay sprinkled outside my front door. The candy shop chocolate, it melts in the sun. The candy shop falls to the sound of the drum. And a little boy cries when he hears the sound of a gun. And a little boy cries when he hears the sound of a gun. Shop chocolate, it melts in the sun. The candy shop falls to the sound of the drum. And a little boy cries when he hears the sound of a gun. And a little boy cries when he hears the sound of a gun. And a little boy cries when he hears the sound of a gun. In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound. Many's a month's sweet happiness I spent in a neat little town.
Marvelous stuff again. And on those hundreds and thousands they sprinkle, what's the line?
There's hundreds and thousands sprinkled at my front door, you know.
What a line. What a great song. Folks who are listening and talking to the great David Dee Moore here from Belgium to Westport, County Mayo. I want to thank you so much, David, for spending this evening with us, and for introducing us and maybe some new listeners to your great music. On behalf of myself and a lot of other songwriters as well, we want to say congratulations on your 40th anniversary, 40 years on the road, and thank you for everything you have done and are doing for singer-songwriters from Ireland and beyond. It's a credit to you, and we appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
And long may the Acoustic Yard radio show run. AcousticYard.com, folks, for all that. If you want songwriters galore from Ireland and beyond, amazing stuff on the Acoustic Yard. David Dee Moore there. I will just say Happy New Year to you and to Leslie. And this will be, you can play this back in an hour or so when I edit out all my faux pas and mistakes out of it. And we'll stick it back up and we can share it, and your fans can share it. And thanks everybody who tuned in. A little message there. Chris Link is over in Germany. He's just saying thanks and all the best for 2020. Thank you very much, Chris, for joining us. Thanks to Finton Hanley for the chat. Leslie was there chatting to us as well, and all the live viewers, and anybody who wants to share this after, feel free to do so. And once again, David Dee Moore, thank you so much.
Daddy. Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year, and we'll see each other down the road, okay?
Oh, we definitely will, yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Cheers.
So, folks, there you go. Raving with Rua, episode number 6 on my channel, Songs from the Rua Room. TheRuaRoom.com will give you all the information and the links. And Happy New Year. More importantly, I'm back again early 2020 with lots more people, singer-songwriters, industry professionals to talk to here on Raving with Rua. Till the next time, good night.